Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first stream of 2021. We're going to start the year off right by doing an Ace Combat stream. Um, for this one, we are continuing the Ace Combat 5 aircraft showcase. And Hail Hydrate from Gunmage. Hello, Khaled. Hey, Starscream. So, for this stream, our last showcase, we went from the F5E Tiger II all the way through the EAG or EA-18G Growler. Didn't make any streams since last year. Yes, this is the first one from 2021. But the last Ace 5 showcase stream. What's my excuse? Well, I just woke up and it's yesterday was the last year. Anyway, so today we're going to start with the Mirage 2000 and we're going to go all the way through the F-15 STMD. So it's going to be a decent chunk of aircraft here. Yeah, the Growler for short. So for the first one, we are gonna go with Mission 10, Blind Spot. Oh, and if you look at the Allied points, I did activate a new... Well, I reactivated an old one. Because I figured, things have cooled down by now. Just keep it apolitical if you decide to redeem it. Alright, so... Mirage. I do like the OST in Blind Spot. The Mirage 2000. Speed 86, mobility 44, and stability of 31. This thing's supposed to be fast, but not... That's about it. It's on the weaker side defensively with 46. Air-to-air, it's average with 59, but not very good at air-to-ground with only a 23. You get 60 of the... I'm not sure what the French Sidewinders are called. Civics history? Just careful, Gunmage, there's only one of those. You can only do one of those per stream. And we have 8... of special weapons. This is a multi-role aircraft. The digital control of its larger delta wing with increased wing surface area gives this lightweight multi-role fighter superb acceleration and immediate response during maneuvers. The SP weapon is the semi-active air-to-air missile, and its model is the French Super 530D. And we only get 8 of those. We're gonna load everyone up with Mirages.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Captain, which plane should I use? We may not be able to deal with ground enemies in this formation. Are we still launching like this?
What ground enemies? We'll be fine. Hello, Happy New Year, Nicola.
War Dog, launch.
Yeah, the first aircraft of this showcase.
Hey, kid, did you take a listen to that song?
What song?
Yeah, that Base of the Coin is a great tune, huh?
Edge engaging.
Archer, engaging. Blaze, engage. Oops, Chopper, engaging.
Face of the coin.
Current circumstances, we were forced to set foot on Yukimania with weapons. However,
Yeah, face of the coin gets you not Four Horsemen.
transports wandering undetected. No problems yet. Roger. Maintain current heading. No stragglers. Don't leave any We got all those planes?
You think every enemy plane in the area is up and flying?
Well,
Aim,
let's
bruh.
ask 'em. Hey, how many planes you got there? Man, this is making me cry.
Also, just in case the stream dies unexpectedly,
How about you guys?
there's a snowstorm going on in KC.
No, Blaze, there's too many signatures showing up.
So, if this, there is a chance that I might lose power. It's not likely since the Missouri side is taking the brunt of it, and I'm on the Kansas side, but it's an outside possibility. Yeah. Whoa! Hello.
Where are the jammers? They've got to be somewhere close. Let's take care of them first.
Bye-bye. Now, my biggest problem with the Mirage family is I don't like the full Delta in this design. And it feels underpowered. Especially in some of the later games. Because it's fast, but it could be faster if it had a better engine. And it's undergunned.
Roger. SAAM on standby.
But it's a fine fighter for what it does.
Damn, this is the biggest withdrawal in history.
Don't bully your girl. I'm not bullying her, I just... She's not the girl for me, let's put it that way. Is that better, Khaled?
So it's a little visual trick. Well, too bad. I'm not into special effects.
Khalid, or... I don't want to bully her, I just... Compared to another French aircraft that's on the list, the Mirage seems a bit undergunned.
I don't think so either.
Enemy jamming wave. Interference.
Damn it. Even a radios. Chicken. Heads up.
I can't understand a word you're saying, Chopper, so no. I'm not agreeing to anything you ask me to agree to if I don't know what I'm agreeing to.
Communication link.
Any?
The Ocean planes are firing on a school packed with civilians. They're at the engineering college.
Whoever's violating orders, cease fire immediately.
Idiots doing that.
He has bad internet.
Units operating in sector Charlie Omega.
He has Spectrum internet.
Aliens on forbidden.
That's right near us. Hell, that's where we're supposed to be operating. You see those idiots anywhere?
No, Troy. I don't see it leading. My radar's clear too.
This is Edge. I'm not showing any aircraft like that either. Are you sure?
Multiple casualties. Get an ambulance over here fast. Damn it, the Ocean bastards.
Boink.
This is Thunderhead. War Dog, did you engage in an attack on a civilian facility?
Oh yeah, totally.
Safe?
It's called sarcasm. Learn it.
Great information. Your primary mission is to escort the transports. So we're just gonna watch them die.
That's what I hate about war. No matter who starts it, it always comes to this.
All our jammers were shot down. Damn, our cover's totally blown. Overrun squad.
Bye-bye, Eagles.
And engage the enemy fighters. Omnia Squadron, stay close and continue your escort mission. Don't worry, it's just one more thing we have to take care of, is all.
Although, ironically, the Air Force that used the Mirage to its fullest wasn't the French.
Make it to the base.
It was the Israelis.
That's a mountain range down below us. Even if you eject, you won't survive.
Israeli Mirage pilots and their homegrown version, the Kafir pilots. Oh, you don't want to face those guys. Because they're good.
Bandit shut down. Blaze, round one.
Kid, you got a special weapons ammo?
And there we go. We ran out of special weapons, and
All enemy transports and jammers in the local
should read a lot of stuff. I very much like reading about military history and aerial combat in general. So yeah, I read a lot.
We have succeeded in halting the Yuktobanian armies.
Let's see here. Hold on. Twitch got rid of my category. It says I'm streaming nothing when I should be streaming Ace Combat. So let me just fix that real quick. There we go. Alright. Now, on to the Mirage D. Oh good, it's not just me that happens to. For the Mirage D, we're going to Powder Keg. Because while you use it for reprisal, I feel you don't get the fullest extent of the Mirage for that one. So, the Mirage 2000D. We keep the same speed and actually gain some mobility and stability. So we go from a 44 mobility and 31 stability to a 54 and 38. We gain a little bit of defense, actually a lot of defense, going from 46 to 59. We lose a lot of air-to-air though, but gain some air-to-ground at a 36 and 60. We also gain 4 more standard missiles. Again, I'm not sure what the French call their Sidewinders. Remember that YouTube thinks the CFA-44 is a game. Yes, it is a game. Very good game. We also have 14 bombs. And this is an attacker, but one of the more mobile attackers in the game. Based on the Mirage 2000, this aircraft has improved air-to-ground attack capabilities. Fuselage has been strengthened to enable high-speed, low-altitude surface attacks. The CFA stands for Chick-fil-A. No, it does not. It stands for Carrier Fighter Aircraft. The special weapon is the Unguided Bomb Large, which this particular model, if you can see that there, is the French SAMP EU2. I kind of had to look that one up. But, it's one, in my opinion, is the best bomb in the game. Grenades 5. Because it can be equipped on higher speed aircraft and does a lot of damage. So,
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane are we
That-
going up in? Captain, which plane
that-
should I use? So,
that.
we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch.
did you know that I actually can't eat at Chick-fil-A? They use peanut oil in there as their fry oil. So if I ate at Chick-fil-A, it would kill me.
This is Thunderhead. Cut the chatter.
Oh, I just wish I could fly somewhere where I didn't have to listen to that voice. You did until yesterday.
You'll be arriving at your target area shortly.
But whereas I kind of don't really care much for the Mirage 2000 base model, I like the D. Just because it's fast for an attacker, it's nimble, and it can carry 14 big bombs,
Directly into the tunnel. It's not going
which for Ace 5 is a lot. No.
You're just trying to be humble, right?
Sure, we'll go with that. Instead of me just dropping a bomb on it. So yeah, the Mirage 2000D is, in my opinion, is one of the better attackers in this game. Although I honestly think it's been mislabeled. I would actually label it as a multi-role because it can effectively dogfight.
Our search radar is clean. We can't see the launchers. Man, you're useless.
Direct hit on the ammo dump.
Missile approaching.
Oh yeah, I love this mission.
Listen to me. This is the ammo dump. We can't have any
In Ace 5, if you want to just go ham on ground forces, this is the best to do it on because there's so many of them.
It's setting off explosions elsewhere.
And you literally just cause the Yuktobanian people here to go ape shit. It's like, oh my god, he's blowing up our people!
Batteries in this area have been destroyed.
Here they come again, stubborn little bastards.
Missile alert! Behind us!
You'll be fine, Grim.
Target hit!
Ow.
Can't put out the fire in time.
The enemy's confused. We should keep hitting them. Locked on.
Unleash a barrage of bullets and keep them at bay. Bring out all the weapons in storage. Fight back with those.
Chopper, box 2.
Google thinks CFA stands for Chartered Financial Analyst. Well, I mean, I could see that for the real world.
Here comes a shockwave. The ammo dump.
And there's Starscream's favorite line.
The armories in this area have been shut down.
But yeah, I don't really understand the way Ace 5 assigns roles for its aircraft.
It's an AA missile. Can you tell?
Because a lot of the multi-roles they say should actually be considered fighters, and a lot of the attackers, or some of the attackers, should actually be considered multi-roles, like this one and the F2 should be considered multi-roles because they can do both ground attack and dogfighting equally well. And then they go and give some fighters bombs, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because fighters should only be concerned with air-to-air.
Damn it, the radar team is useless.
Radar lock. Copy.
So the F5 should never have had bombs. It should have only had Sparrows or AMRAAMs.
Check on the target.
Because their real-life designations are attackers. Wait, the Mirage D is considered an attacker in real life? Doesn't feel like one. It feels like a multi-role. Hail Hydrate!
Radar lock.
Also, I think they designated the Strike Eagle as an attacker when in fact it is actually a multi-role. Now granted, the Air Force has only really used it for ground strike, but it has the capability of being armed with air-to-air weapons and is just as good in a dogfight as the Eagle is.
Must be pretty bad in there. You thinking the same thing?
This place is lost. Evacuate. Soldiers round. We can't have the soldiers on the front lines fight with their bare hands.
But I can't exactly speak for European fighters, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is considered an attacker by France.
Weapons released.
Boom!
Can't stand this. I want to go home already. How about you?
Nope, we're good.
All armories destroyed. Mission complete. Return to base.
Well, it's over.
Mission complete. Let's go home.
Nagasaki.
Look at that small little plane.
At least we get to go home again today, right?
He's so small.
So, cheer up a little, huh?
You too, Chopper.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so next up
Targeted ammunition
is our
stockpile
first
facility.
Russian aircraft in a
With this
while.
operation, we have cut off one of
We got an A rank for that, but I don't care. So we're going to go chain reaction for the MiG-29A Fulcrum. Yeah, the 2KD is an upgraded version of the 2KB that was an attacker. And it was because it was the base for the 2KN with the nuclear attacker. Huh. The Nighthawk is not Russian, Starscream, it's American. Anyway, so the MiG-29A Fulcrum has a speed of 73, so it's slower than the Rafale, or not the Rafale, but the Mirage, but has a better mobility and stability, with about the same defense. It's air-to-air. Surprisingly for a fighter, is pretty low at a 30, and its air-to-ground, surprisingly for a fighter, is pretty high with a 55. Though this is because Ace 5 decided a fighter should have bombs instead of, oh, I don't know, the Russian version, the AMRAAM. They do a much better job with the Fulcrum in Ace 7. So that, I believe, has a truer representation of the Fulcrum's capabilities. But anyway, that's not what we get here. So this is a quote-unquote fighter. In real life it is, but in this game it's not. This fighter was developed with the goal of overpowering the enemy in one-on-one combat. The Fulcrum boasts a powerful engine and refined aerodynamics for superb maneuverability. The SP weapon is an unguided bomb standard size, and the model is the Russian FAB 500 M62. And we got 60 atolls, which I think is what the Russians' version of the Sidewinder is, if I recall. And we got 14 of the FAB 500 M62s.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Which plane should I use? We're launching
But no,
this formation, then?
the MiG-29 is the first MiG that I actually do like. I do like the look of it. I like the capabilities of it. In an Ace 7, it's a lot better than because you can actually choose your special weapons. But no, this is a great aircraft, especially for mid-tier aircrafts, and it's a MiG that I actually like. I'm not a fan of the fish bed
This is the airport control tower.
or the Fox sound.
Planes, cancel takeoff clearance. All approaching flights, change course immediately.
Unfortunately, in real life, the
This is Air Ixiom. Flight
Fulcrum's kill record does not accurately reflect how good the Fulcrum actually is. Largely because the Soviets exported it to pretty much anyone that they were remotely friendly with. And a lot of those air forces, well, weren't exactly the best trained. So when they went up against air forces that were rocking the Western European and or American models, they tended not to go very well. Largely because those pilots just weren't up to snuff.
Nice kill, Blake.
However, I would be interested to see how a Soviet-piloted MiG-21 or MiG-29 would go up against an American-piloted F-15. The voice acting in this game is great. I have no complaints about that.
All units, altitude and radio silence restrictions are rescinded. Enemy aircraft scramble confirmed.
Yeah, I'm going with the JASDF designation for the F2 because
This is an emergency.
it is a multi-role.
What's going on? We've just
And in fact, in A6, it's considered a multi-role.
What? You sure it's not some false report? We've spotted them on our radar as well. This is for real.
And I think the Fulcrum was initially designed as an answer to the American F-15,
Takeoffs. We'll tell the passengers that our systems went down due to a fire.
or at least the early version of it.
Back up our claims. Do not leak any information. We don't want to cause a panic.
Though I'm not... There's never really been a fair encounter between a Russian pilot and an American pilot in their respective crafts, so I don't know how it'd go. Although I do think the F-15 is a better aircraft than the Fulcrum. I honestly want to know what a well-trained pilot could do with the Fulcrum.
Enemy plane shot down by Blaze.
Yeah. Come on.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Look at all the enemies on the ILM.
And we probably will never see it because the MiG-29 is starting to be phased out by the flankers.
Military transport planes to civilian airports at this time. Tanks coming out of transport
So,
planes. They're firing. It's the enemy. Enemy forces inside
Yeah.
the airport.
and now the real reason why I chose chain reaction as the mission for this plane. I can actually use the bombs. No, I didn't hear nothing.
Tanks have appeared out of transport planes in the airport. What the hell's going on? How did they sneak in here? Never mind. Just destroy the tanks and transport plane. Don't let them cause any more damage here.
Stay alert. Enemy radar's locked onto you.
It looks like we were tricked.
Nope.
This is obviously just a diversion.
No, it's not.
All units, commence attack. The target must be completely destroyed. Give it all you've got. When we passed over the airport just a moment ago, everything was fine. Kid,
Nope.
you notice something?
Well, yeah.
Attention.
Military aircraft parked at a civilian airport? Not likely.
Please stay calm and evacuate the area.
Calm down, please, calm down. Damn it, nobody's listening.
Chopper to Kid. We just need to protect this airport facility, right?
Sure.
Chopper. Roger that. I'll
Do your job.
AER flight 302, ABS flight 417, landing clearance canceled. Abort your landing.
The air's full of civilian planes. We have to be careful. Use our missiles.
This is flight 417.
Just aim, brah.
Holding better for hours. We're on emergency fuel. It's too dangerous. I can't give you clearance to land right now. Tell that to my fuel tank. Can't you
Almost hit that light fixture.
This is OWA flight 783. We're running out of fuel too. Are you listening to me? This is war here. The freight terminal's getting shot at. Damn it!
This is war. This is war here. Tell him to use his aimbot.
Their retaliation for that? Why do people have to be so stupid?
Because humanity is stupid.
The enemy special forces unit that gassed the college town is headed for the airport. Stay heads up. Damn it! Damn those dirty elks!
No, they aren't.
Heinous, or else they wouldn't have gone this far.
No, the ethics of the attack are horrible, but the tactics they were using was actually pretty good and sound. They would cause civilian unrest in Bana City, and the attack on the airport is to secure passage home.
This feels like it's all been planned too perfectly.
Because it's easier to take over a civilian airfield than it is a military one.
Something about those enemy aircraft overhead.
Fire at will. It's payback time. There are civilians in there. Do we really have to do this? Kennedy, don't forget about the people they killed.
Hatred only breeds more hatred. It just feeds on itself. Only a deep hatred could drive them to do something like this. There's
No.
no military advantage in attacking a civilian airport. This is nothing more than retribution.
No, there is an advantage.
Please stay with your children. Please follow all announcements and verbal.
Aiming doesn't work.
What's going on here? Rumors are starting to spread.
Please do not cross the exit.
That's like telling a newbie Dark Souls player, get good. That doesn't solve anything.
Split everyone up. And to see if
And it just serves to frustrate the guy that actually needs the help.
the enemy's faltering under all air support. Come on, let's gather up the wounded while we can. We can't advance if we're getting shot at from the air. Look at that transport's wreckage. Do they have helicopters inside that thing too? Don't shoot at us, all right? Shoot over there.
Box 2, box 2.
You all know I have problems with the homing in Ace 5 because I don't know what angle is the optimal one to launch the missile.
Just stare at the sky. Keep moving the
And all I'm getting is aim or just get good.
Look, those planes are on our side. Come on, move.
And then with the low missile counts and the, less than helpful wingman, it's like, oh, well. At least in Ace 7 and Ace 6, they tell you when the optimal time to shoot is. No, I'm not. Do your job.
Box 2. Roger that.
Here come more enemy planes. No, look, it's the Ocean Air Force. Thank goodness. We're safe now, right? We've got air support now, but don't let your guard down. We don't need to leave here. Just maintain your current positions. We've got air support now.
Oh my god!
The enemy's attack should weaken once it gets dark.
And what's even worse is MiG-31 has 3 hit points when it should, in real life, is actually really frail.
The airspace above us. Spread out and take cover.
For fuck's sake.
I dodged it. Enemy forces annihilated. Airport control tower, what do you say? Affirmative. Enemy defeat confirmed.
So yeah, I love a lot of things about Ace 5. I hate the gameplay. Because it feels, to me at least, sluggish, and the missile tracking is horrendous compared to what I'm used to. But we keep soldiering on. Because
The enemy forces that tried to capture
I
Oviedo International
didn't
Airport
make
have
you
been destroyed.
unfollow.
Hopefully, we'll find out how they managed to infiltrate the airport after we complete.
I
our
didn't do
investigation.
anything. I swear. Although you are missing your VIP badge. Okay, we'll see if I can fix this. 'Cause that's not right. That should not have happened. Okay. Well, according to my roles manager, you still have the badge, so I'm going to take it away. I can't. Well, let me see if I can do it for someone else who's not technically here. Yeah, I can do it for other people. I don't know what's going on, Starscream. Twitch doesn't like you. Because according to my roles manager, it, or maybe Twitch is going crazy. Twitch drunk, what's new? Not much. Although... I'm having problems accessing my... I tried refreshing the stream manager, and I'm having problems with it for some reason. Your messages are up on Stream Manager, and I'm having on my PlayStation side of things. So let me try and refresh everything. Okay. So the activity feed was wiped, but he doesn't have his badge on my stream manager, though. That's weird. But if I go to the normal, to the viewers channel, he doesn't. Okay. So I'm going to try giving it back to you again. And I can't. I don't know what the problem is, Starscream. Let's see here. I can't do anything. I was thinking maybe I could... I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, Starscream. I'll after the stream I'll try and figure it out. But until then I don't know. Alright, so I guess in the meantime we'll go to this one. Lit Fuse. Because the next aircraft on the list is the Thunderbolt. Now this one is without a doubt an attacker. It has an almighty speed of 39, which means you're getting nowhere fast. Just gonna cry in a corner. I'm sorry, Starscream. I wish I could do something more. I don't know what to do. But anyway, an almighty speed of 39, a mobility of 34, but we're very stable with the 65. We're also a fucking tank with 94 defense. We have an abysmal air-to-air of 17, but a very respectable air-to-ground of 74. We have 64 Sidewinders and 14 special weapons. Also called the Thunderbolt II, the Warthog is a ground attack fighter and is well equipped for its role with a large Gatling gun, 30mm, and tough armor to withstand enemy fire. I probably did something. I don't know what I did though. I honestly don't know what I did. I didn't mess with anything until Starscream brought up the fact that it unfollowed him. And then I tried fixing it. I couldn't fix it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Hopefully this isn't an omen for things to come. But I don't know if Scry had a badge. I know she has a... Oh yeah. Her snowflake went away for a while. I don't know what you heard outside. And for special weapons, we have 14 XAGMs, Advanced Air-to-Ground Missiles. The model is the AGM-65 Maverick. Twitch is just drunk. Yeah.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Which
Well, apparently it hates me too, because it wiped my activity feeds, so I don't know if anyone's hail hydrated or not. I don't know what it's doing.
Wardog, launch.
Yeah, I got nothing in the reward queue, so if you redeem something, I won't know. Come on, take off!
Planes, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck. Terry, got something I need to tell you. The enemy's right in front of us, Scott. Save it for later. Yeah, I guess you're right. Later then.
The 4 companies will now land at their designated beachheads. Commence close air support.
This is company D.
Yeah, if anyone does redeem, or can redeem for anything, let me know. Like, say you do in the chat, because I can still pick that up. And if you want to talk about anything, this is the mission to do it, because I can do this one on autopilot. It is boring.
HQ, requesting artillery support to the landing point. Negative. The enemy is dangerously close. We'll hit our own soldiers. Radar lock.
Fucking hellspells, Twitch, not to mention the damn California. Yeah. Hello, Phoenix. How's it going?
Landing confirmed. Continue your support. Find top cover for the armored vehicles.
This is company D. Our attack's getting held up by fierce fire from the bunkers. Halt the enemy fire with an airstrike. We'll charge in at the same time.
Hurry to the designated...
And here I just reactivated Civic/History with Rosgrease. And now I can't tell if anyone's redeemed anything. No, it's not.
Check your radar again.
I know it's confirmed, Chopper. I'm not an idiot. It's called sarcasm. You see people? That's good. Are they dead? Do you see dead people? Quick, are you in an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Blaze, air attacks can only silence the bunkers temporarily.
Well, no shit. That's what the briefing said.
Only be destroyed with the aid of the ground forces.
6 bunkers remaining.
Quick, Bert.
Current position secure. Repeat, position secure.
Wrong one. Twitch, just show me the time machine message, and you almost shit yourself.
Visibility is low. Stay alert. The attack can come from anywhere. Well done. Give them one more shot. Damn, it's like they're plowing the ground with bullets.
Don't get me, Terry. I still got something I gotta tell you.
I know, Messenger Boy. You hang in there too.
Couldn't see my channel? Oh, that's not good.
Attention, overhead aircraft. This is the ground forces. Make sure
That is not good at all.
Roger, we trust you.
Target hit.
No, I didn't go bye-bye. I'm still here. It's just... Ah, Twitch is going insane.
Thanks. That was encouragement. I think I'm gonna cry.
Only see chat active in your stream now. Oh, God. Well,
Facility confirmed destroyed.
here I thought the problems would be on my end.
Break through that line with our current manpower. That's insane.
D-Live and Trove are looking more appealing with each passing day, it seems.
Stupid newbie.
Yeah, but unfortunately because I'm an affiliate, I'm kind of contractually obligated to stay with Twitch for a while. At least until I get a payout. But I might consider looking into all their streaming platforms if... No, I'm not. I was reading your your thing there, Phoenix. But I am kind of wondering how stable Twitch will be in the long term. Because, it be having a lot of problems of late. It's not filling me with a lot of confidence.
Are the pilots and sub-pursuit vaccine mixed in there somewhere?
Spread out a little, will you? We'll get our tails shot off bunched up like this.
Yeah, it says my bitrate is nothing.
Requesting immediate close air support. Take out that large bunker from the air.
This is Command HQ. Focus soldiers forward 200. Chopper, Fox 2.
But as long as you guys can still see the stream, we're gonna keep going. I might have to, after the mission, say, hey, so, I'm still alive, but, you'll have to manually search for me because Twitch is being weird again.
Damn it, I'm not gonna die here. Tank destroyed. Enemy advance contained.
This is Corporal Powers of Company A. Even from above, you can tell we're the best unit, right?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Keep watching, because we're just getting started. Company A, forward.
Bunkers remaining.
Box 2, Box 2.
This is nuts. What are they thinking?
Box 2, Box 2.
Bye-bye!
Nice kill.
Yeah, the 810 Warthog in real life is one of the things that the Soviet Army fears the most. Because just a flight of these will rip through their tank battalions like a hot knife through butter. And what's really interesting is that the Air Force has twice tried to retire the Warthog, and both times they've kept it because the Army is like, oh, you're getting rid of the Warthog? We'll take it. And the Air Force is like, no, you're the Army. You don't get fixed-wing aircraft. We're going to keep it. Gotta love inter-service rivalries there. Yeah, no.
I was just kidding. The plan failed. We gotta think of something else.
Did you know? My older brother's down there.
What? You should have told me that earlier, you moron.
Where is
It.
I don't know. They all look the same.
Companies A and B currently engaging enemy bunker. The area is secured. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, the A-10 Thunderbolt was named after a World War II fighter, the American P-47 Thunderbolt. And just like its namesake, and the reason why it was named that is because the P-47 had a A-10 saved my life. Yeah, the A-10 is a welcome sight to the Army. But the P-47 gained a lot of fame in amongst the Air Force, or the Army Air Force and the Army at the time, just because of how hard it was to kill. It could take so much damage and still deliver the pilot home back alive. And just like the P-47, the A-10 can do the same thing. It can take a tremendous amount of punishment and still bring its pilot home back alive. Come back here, you tornado. Boom. I mean, if you want to overshoot me, go ahead. Come back here.
The other companies are getting ahead of us.
Check on the target. We've already disabled that pillbox. Keep moving. Blaze, Bugs 2.
Run! The enemy's getting away!
Stay where you are. I'm evaluating our options.
Stay where you are while you're in combat. Okay, that's a good idea. Stay exactly where you are. Don't move while you're getting shot. What an idiot.
Insubordination is grounds for a court-martial. I don't care. I'm not going to take any more orders from that guy.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
They're at your 11 o'clock.
Can you hit him from there?
The enemy's sending in their best. Watch yourselves out there. Is this it? You sure we're on the correct attack route?
Request new orders. No number, my captain, from Company B. Bugs 2.
We can hold our own against their ground forces, but we're helpless against their air support. All enemies inside the bunkers cleared away. Position secured.
Kaboom!
Allied planes, moving into position to attack the last bunker.
And now my laptop has lost connection to chat. Somebody say something. Just so I know the PlayStation is still working.
Retreat! Retreat!
Bandits in gun range. That's a kill.
Okay. Thank you, Khaled. Even though I can't understand it, it counts. So it's just my computer that's being stupid. Good to know. It says starting with a strong foot and all I see is lit fuse. Well, we started off with blind spot. The strong foot, though, is we're starting the year with an Ace Combat stream. Although Twitch is going, yeah, fuck you. Anyway, welcome, Salty. Yeah. So many S's. Weakest of the strong feet is lit fuse. Yeah, well, this seemed the best mission for the A-10. Because I don't want to do the desert missions with it because it's so fucking slow. And we are done.
Did you copy that, Air Force? We really appreciate all your support. All right, things are a bit calmer now. What's on your mind? Hey, Scott, look in your breast pocket, Terry. You forgot your lucky charm, didn't you? Oh, man, you're right. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want you to get all rattled. Besides, it's about time you stopped relying on that thing.
After intense fighting, the landing force captured and secured the fortress target.
Alrighty. So that was that. And now, for the next one. We're going all the way up here. For closure. And the next plane on the list, I don't know if it's technically even an actual plane. Might have been a discussed prototype that never came to fruition. But the YAB, or YA-10B Warthog, for lack of a better term. We still have our amazing speed of 39, but we gain a lot of mobility and stability. Go from 34 to 65. To 59 and 83. We have maxed out the defenses. Good luck trying to shoot us down. We have actually better air-to-air. We're in the 30s instead of 17. And our air-to-ground is near maximum with a 93. We have 74 Sidewinders and 14 FAABs. A modified A-10 with an enhanced radar equipment for night and adverse weather missions. Its forward airframe is changed significantly to accommodate the added components. Special weapon, FAB, or the Fuel Air Explosive Bomb. The model type for this is the CBU-74. The sun-guided bomb... hold on. Damn it. Sun-guided bomb ignites a cloud of highly explosive fuel dispersed over the impact point, causing a damage to an extremely wide area.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Captain, which plane should I use?
Are we launching in this formation?
Last squeeze, launch!
Blaze, you are cleared for takeoff.
Can anyone connect to chat? Because it's been a while and my browser still can't. Okay, yeah, I see that, Scry. Sorry, that was my phone, which apparently wasn't muted.
Planes, altitude
That's my bad.
canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
I was trying like, if my laptop doesn't work, maybe I can check the stuff on this phone. And I forgot to mute it. That's my fault.
Right, Captain?
No.
Sorry, I should know better. I can't believe the captain flew around this place all by himself. Just thinking about those nukes that appear in the pad gives me the goosebumps.
I have no idea what's going on with chat right now. Or with Twitch.
I'm sick of seeing all this hatred everywhere we go. We can't let those nukes reach the battlefield and fuel more hate. We won't let it happen.
How you doing, Blaze? I tell you, nothing beats flying in perfect formation with your comrades. In the past, I flew alone to do battle against my own country.
Okay, so I might, after this mission,
You've got all your friends here.
end the stream and restart it.
I know the pain of losing a comrade is great. The ones that are left.
See if that does anything.
They're carrying an emblem I've never seen before. Enemy plane spotted. All units prepare for air-to-air combat. Roger, Meteor 2. I see them over here too.
Yeah, I do like the Distant Thunder skin.
To tell you the truth, the thought of nuclear weapons just terrifies me. Do you think they've already carried out nuclear weapons?
Well, yeah, of course they have.
There may still be something we can do.
Well, yeah, the question was, have they carried some of them out? Not have they carried all of them out. Of course they've carried some of them out.
I've never liked being in Belgian land like this.
Twitch is half down. Damn it.
The air just feels heavier around here.
Twitch issues global. Global, okay. Well. As long as these guys can still see it, we'll keep going.
This flew through here all alone.
Because I can still read chat on the,
Too much. I've got to get a grip on myself.
well, I don't know. Well, I can see you, Scry.
Is that the same guy from yesterday? Stay sharp. They aren't here to spy on us this time.
I'm thinking maybe it's best if,
Mirroring our movements.
we pause it after this mission, and I'll try again later on today.
Send out a warning to vessels docked at the port. Drop the moorings or they'll all be sunk together.
The enemy's right in front of us. We're almost there.
Don't take your eyes off the target. Watch after your allies, too.
Keep stringing him until Twitch dies. All right. Or at least until we hit the STMD.
They must have already taken away some of the nukes.
What did I tell you, Nagase? No, you didn't want to listen.
See that rock pit above the entrance? Shoot it
Alright.
Keep on attacking until it crumbles.
Whoa!
Understand?
Nope.
See how clean it was. It's characteristic of the ground here. We'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
The planes have black box.
it's just that
These guys managed to shake off the ground.
Christmas
Be careful.
Eve and day streams all over again. I guess. I don't know.
Be careful. Did the Grabot guys manage to leave the area?
What do we do when we have a fuel explosive bomb with gas tanks? Oh yeah, explosion.
That mountain looks a lot more ominous than in the photograph.
If we destroy this mine, we'll keep them from smuggling out any more nukes.
Stream is looping. Alright, so we are gonna end it after this mission. Hopefully, I will try again later on today. Like, maybe give a few hours or so. If the chat's been the thing that's messing up, that's one thing. But if the stream itself is starting to loop, that's when it's in my opinion, time to fold them.
Even I remember those days. Those nuclear explosions 50
The war 15 years ago.
I guess Belka isn't a thing of the past, huh?
Just aren't lucky. No, I'm not. Nope.
Swordsman, roger that. No change in strategy.
They're aiming at the bedrock. Are they trying to make it collapse? Don't worry. Grabot 9 is already airlifted the cargo. The enemy planes are attacking the storage facility.
That thing's solid. Let's turn back and hit it one more time.
Last bomb.
Are the nukes still inside that mine?
Seeing as the enemy's still trying to protect it.
Don't get strung out chasing them needlessly. Just repel their attacks. Activate fire personnel.
Kind of want to do a stream a bit tonight, but if Twitch isn't stable by that point, it's really not worth it. Yeah. I'll probably test it out a little later in the evening, probably closer to 5 Central, so 1700.
Roger. Retreat.
And if my problems are still going on by then, you'll know it's probably not worth it for you.
Weapon picking up. Prepare for shockwave.
Well, somebody dropped an FAEB. Boom!
Rock bed destroyed. That cave will never be opened again.
We finally sealed in those nukes.
But there are more Belka nukes out there.
Mission accomplished.
Well, glad you had fun. Alright, so because Twitch is being crazy, we're going to go ahead and call the stream here for now. I do fully intend to continue later today, right where we picked up, or right where we left off with, or starting with the F-14A. But as of now, Twitch is being unstable, and I don't want to push my luck, so we're gonna end it here. Will I still have control over it? And hopefully, by around 5 o'clock, so in about 2.5 hours, I will try again. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. If it does, we'll try and get through the Tomcats, the Tornadoes, the Foxhounds, and the Eagles. But that, thank you all for suffering through me. Hopefully Twitch stops being a potato. I hope you're having a great New Year's. Yeah, I'm sorry, Starscream, you suffered more than you should have. Once Twitch comes back, or gets back stable, I will fix whatever went broken. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you all in a couple of hours. Have a great afternoon, everybody.